This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, what we do today is we will try to understand exactly what you will be learning in this course. Okay, and as you're all aware, when you're talking about SAP FICO, we know that the topics that we will be discussing with, right? If you look at this, somewhere we listed topics, right? Yeah. These are the points. Copy this. If I put these points here, and from these points we need to understand what exactly you will learn, what exactly you require to become a FICO consultant. In the financial accounting or in the FI, first point, what did we write? Baseline config. First point, whatever we listed was baseline configuration. After this, GL, AP, AR. First one, the baseline configuration, whatever we put, is very basic fundamental thing in SAP FICO. Most of you must have heard something called company code, chart of account, fiscal year, these things, posting period variant and all. Yes, no?
Yes.
In short, creating a company code and ensuring your company code is ready for data entry. When we say that your company code is ready for data entry, after maintaining all the basic setting, people also call it as enterprise setting, global parameters. Once these settings are completed, if you are in a position to create a GL to GL document in your company code, your baseline config is completed. This is very basic, and majoritarily in any of your interview, you will not be questioned about baseline config. In any of your interview that you attend, you will never get any question from baseline config because this is the basic fundamental thing. Nobody will think that you do not know this. Nobody will test your knowledge in this. But in case if somebody is asking a question, make sure you will not go blank. You will not give wrong answer. After this, you have GL. Now this GL, whatever is listed here, is nothing but basic GL. When we say basic GL, in GL, what normally we do is you need to understand creating a GL master, posting a GL transaction, generating a GL report. These three you need to say. How GL account is created, how GL account is posted, how GL account report is generated. This is your first point. Once these points are clear, then you have to immediately get into accounts payable. When you get into accounts payable, here you need to understand what is vendor, what is accounts payable, how vendor is created, how vendor invoice is created, how vendor credit memo is created, how vendor payments are made. Once this is done, you'll have to come to accounts receivable. In accounts receivable, again, you need to understand what is accounts receivable, what is customer, how customer is created, how do we create customer invoice, how do we create customer credit memo, how do we process customer payment. Once these 4 points are done, let's say these four. Okay, once these 4 points are done, you are good at SAP FICO basics. What are you good at? SAP FICO basics. Don't assume that I completed GL, I completed AP, I completed AR. Nothing you completed. You just understood basics of GL, basics of AP, basics of AR, and basics of how a company code is created in SAP. And you need to ensure your knowledge, your skill set, your understanding based on these 3-4 points first. Meaning, when you're creating a baseline configuration, you need to set a target for everything. In short, if you start creating a company code in your system for your practice, normally what we will do initially, we will look at recording, we will look at material, you will look at XYZ content, you will create it. When you're creating initially, whatever the way you're creating, whatever you're following, it is okay because it is your first time. You do not know, you're referring to something completely accepted, completely allowed. But as you move forward, there should be no reference. When I say as you move forward, there should be no reference. Today you're looking at a video, you're looking at a material, creating it, okay. Tomorrow you're doing it, okay. But after 1 month also you're doing the same thing, it is not okay. Meaning you need to slowly see what is your improvement, whether you're able to think on your own, whether you're able to create the settings without looking at anything or not. And you need to make sure this baseline configuration along with GL posting, these two should not take more than 90 minutes maximum time. How long? It should not take more than 90 minutes. 90 minutes means how many hours?
1.5 hours.
1.5 hours.
1.5 hours. You have to create a company code, post a GL document, review the GL document report in 90 minutes, in short 1 hour 30 minutes maximum time. And then the minimum time that you have to target is 60 minutes. 60 minutes mean
1 hour.
1 hour. Your target is to create a company code, make all the settings, post a document, review a report. Exactly the way a document is posted in any project, in any company, by any user in this world, the way a report is generated by any user in this world. Same document, same report, you will check by creating a new company code with all the possible basic settings in 1 hour. And if you show that document to anybody, nobody in this world should tell that this is wrong. No, this is not how we post a document in our project in real environment. You have to include all the parameters. Those who are not talking, please do not unmute your mics. Okay. Okay, the way you're posting a document should be the same way how a document is posted in any project. It is not that this is my testing company code, practice company code, dummy company code, nothing doing. No testing, no practice, no dummy enter. Whatever you do, it has to be exactly the same way that you do in any project. If there is something that is you're doing for the purpose of practice, but you know that this is not the way that you do it in a project, don't do it. It is better you do not practice than practicing in that way, getting unnecessary confusion. Later on, you will realize I did like this, but here in my project it is happening in some other way. You will get into unnecessary problems, unnecessary confusions. Please avoid it. Whatever we highlighted are basically the very basic fundamentals. After this, you'll have to get into cash accounting and bank accounting. When you go to cash accounting, when you go to bank accounting, these two are again represented as basics. Basics, we mean to say, you need to understand what is cash accounting, how cash accounts are used in any organization, in any project. Similarly, what is bank accounting, how bank accounts are used in any organization or in any project. Once these 2 points are clear, what we will do, we will create 1 or 2 cash accounting postings the way they are done in a project. We will understand how cash reconciliation is performed, why cash accounting is to be used in this way in SAP. Then you will come to bank accounting. We will understand what is bank accounting, how bank accounting is used, how bank account is created. We will post 1 or 2 accounting entries for bank. Then we will have a clarity, okay, this is how cash and bank accounts are used in any project. After that, you are familiar with basic GL, AP, AR, including a cash, including a bank. In short, except your fixed asset, all the other points you have to understand at very basic level, and this will take approximately 1 month for anybody. How long this will take to get familiar on all these points? It will take 1 month. Now it will take 1 month not to configure but to understand and then do it on your own for any requirement, for any scenario. If we take based on the configuration in this 1 month, your half of FI will be completed, because There is a huge difference between what I am showing, what you're doing. If it is counted what I am showing, within 1.5 months, within 2 months, I will show everything on the screen. FI and CO both will be done, course will be closed in 2 months. But if it is to be done from your side, if we measure that you are understanding, you are able to do it, is when we close a topic, it takes time. When we say it takes time, in your learning, in your journey, what we do is, after your overview sessions, let's say first you will have overview sessions. Now we are on which overview session? 9th or 10th?
10th.
We are on 10th overview sessions, meaning in this 10 days you would have got to know different points related to SAP FICO, what you need to do, how you need to put your effort. After overview sessions, let's say this approximately 2 weeks you will have. After that you will have regular sessions. Once we start regular sessions, what will happen? First 1 month are basics, and this duration is not part of course. First 1 month, whatever we do, once we start regular session, are all only the basics, and this duration is not part of your course. Meaning, here in this 1 month, you will understand debit, credit until balance sheet in SAP FICO, including everything. Whatever you are seeing on your Excel sheet, every point you will understand in that first 1 month. It is just that you will not do any configuration. I will not make any configuration, but you will understand what is GL, whatever you call in SAP FICO, you will feel, yes, I am comfortable with this now. Whatever we call, you feel that, yes, I am comfortable with now. I know what it is. That level understanding, that level confidence, you will solidly have in the first 1 month. Meaning on the basic, there will be no confusion. Because many of us will come from the non-accounting background, non-commerce background, or even if you are from the accounting background, finance background, it is not so easy that one is working on the basics of accounting, right? You would have done your accounting, debit, credit, how entries are posted, how TB is prepared, how to read accounting and all. Maybe long back you would have done. And then you need one kind of revision on it. When we say we need one revision on it, all this revision, understanding the terminology of SAP FICO, what a consultant does, what topics are there in SAP FICO, what is the functionality of each topic, how do you get requirement, all the possible consulting activities, you will have clear understanding in the first 1 month. In the first 1 month. After that, you will have one more month. You'll have one more month. In short, you'll have second month, and here your actual configuration from company code till GL APAR. These are again basics. Basics of all business processes with your own config scenarios. In the first 1 month, what we are doing, let's say, in the first 1 month, you are only understanding, revising the basics of accounting, basics of SAP FICO. And second month, you are doing actual configuration from company code till GL APAR. GL entries, customer entries, vendor entries. You will do all these things in the second month. By the time you complete it 2 months from now, you are comfortable, you are good at GL APAR. Meaning you can create a customer, you can create a vendor, you will understand the tables, all the things you will understand. There are so many things that you will understand in this first 2 months. Meaning you can go talk to any FICO consultant, anybody talking anything about SAP FICO, you will be able to understand without any doubt. No matter what it is, you are in a position to understand. Even though you did only GL, AP, AR config, you will understand everything practically with a concept, with a logic. And you will be in a position to take your own example, explain to the other person. Not about you created a GL, you created a posting, you generated a report. That is not what we are doing. If that is the case, this first 2 months, we will complete approximately 70% of SAP FICO course. That is not how we will measure it. We will measure it the way you understand it. If I sit among you, definitely I will not understand anything in one go. Do you really understand if I tell one time? Do you really understand and then do it on your own and you say that yes, this is completed? Practically possible?
No, sir.
No.
This is practically not possible. It is possible only from my side, not from your side. Because easy for me to tell, taking one session, today is this topic, I will explain few points and then I'll say this is the config, I will write the T code, I will say refer this configuration, refer this note and then do it. You will do it. I will say that this topic is over, but actually I'm not teaching you anything. Actually you're not understanding anything. The point here is not about your configuring, it is about your understanding. Whether you're understanding that a topic or not, at a base level, we will understand everything initially, meaning what is this, why we are using it, how business uses it, what kind of scenarios you will get in this in a project. Then you will have small scenarios with which you will create it. When you're creating a posting, for example, you will understand how you're creating it. When you're creating a company code, for example, you will not create a company code just like that. Your company code is 4 digits. Am I right? You will create company code with 4 digits. You will not create any company code that comes in your mind. You will understand what 4 digits you are creating. You will have a logic for those 4 digits. That is how you create every point right from beginning. For example, you are creating a chart of account. How you create a chart of account? How many GL account numbers will be there? When you are creating, how you are creating it in project, how you will create it. You will clearly understand the variations, differences. Okay, I am creating a chart of account now. I am creating like this. Is this how you create a chart of account in a project? You will understand then and there. Then you will decide, okay, in the project, it is created like this. When I'm creating a chart of account, these are the points I need to remember. Likewise, for every setting, you understand what is this and how it is to be created, what naming convention to be taken. All these key parameters you will understand in the first 1 to 2 months. And here, the way you create a company code in any project, the way any FICO consultant is creating a company code is exactly the same. You can show your practice, your company code to any of your friend who is working as a consultant and see who is telling that you're wrong. And when you talk, when you explain, you will be surprised. The person who is listening from you will get to know so many new points from you. And that has to be your approach, that has to be your target. When you talk to somebody, make sure other person feels comfortable while listening to you, and you talk points which are valid, which are used in any project. Be practical, be realistic. And everybody wants to learn something called real time. Most of you may be behind this word called real time. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Most of us will be thinking that I want real time training. And once the training is completed, people will tell, I want real time experience. I want a real time project. There is nothing called real time. This is a word created by different people for different purpose with a different intention. But there is nothing called real time. Whatever you're learning, whatever you're understanding, whatever you're preparing, practicing has to be real time right from day one. It is nothing but you're creating something now, you're learning something now, You're practicing something now, and whatever you see after joining a job, after getting a job, it has to be the same or it has to be similar. That is your real time. You're learning something in the project, something else is happening, then it is not real time. In short, whatever you're learning, whatever you're preparing, whatever you're practicing, if it is same like what a consultant is doing in a project, then what you're learning is real time. If it is not same, it is not real time. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
If you have your friends working in SAP FICO, check with them what are they doing on a daily basis. Ask them what is your daily routine. You are working in SAP FICO, let's say from last 1 year, last 3 months, last 4 year, last 5 year, last 8 year, 10 year, whatsoever. Ask anybody who is working in SAP FICO as a consultant, what do you do as your daily routine? Ask them. In general, when you go to office, what you do as a consultant, and then you will be surprised with what answers you will get. That is your real time. Whatever a consultant is doing on a daily basis, that is your real time. Ask them, every day do you create configuration? How many company codes you create every day? How many chart of account you will create every day? Is that the situation in a project? A FICO consultant creates company codes, chart of account every day?
No.
It is not that. Then what they are doing, we need to understand. How they are creating, you need to understand. Who is giving the requirement, you need to understand. To do the config, what is their approach? To do the config, what is their approach? And all these points, when you understand, you will have a clarity. All these points, when we know, then we will have a clarity. Once this clarity is here with us, then you have to decide, okay, now I think I am comfortable with basics. To understand the basics only, it takes approximately 1 to 2 months. Basics, theoretically, it will take 1 month. Basics, right from accounting until your SAP FICO balance sheet, including all the topics, GL, AP, cash, bank, all your interview topics. High level, you will have a theoretical understanding what is what in first 1 month. If you do not know the whole picture of SAP FICO, what topics are there, what we will do with each topic, how each topic is connected to another topic. If you start configuring, do you really understand why you are configuring something?
No, sir.
No, right? Today I will show a company code creation. You will understand it, but you will never understand why are we creating this company code. I will create a GL account. You will not understand why this GL account is created. I will create a leading ledger. I will create a non-leading ledger. I will create 2 to 3 currencies. I will create a profit center. I will create a cost center. I will create XYZ settings. You will not understand why we are doing all these things. What is the purpose of this? Where these are used? When you have a clear picture about SAP FICO, practically with simple examples, and every example is interconnected to another example, then you will feel, okay, if I do like this is what I can do in SAP FICO. And as a FICO consultant, these activities I need to perform. After this, when we start working on these points practically in SAP, from your second month onward, you will start realizing, okay, because of this I'm doing. Because in your mind, right from company name until balance sheet, everything is registered in your mind the way it is done in any project. The way it is done in any project, it is clearly registered in your mind. Meaning, if you say company code, that is a starting point in FICO. Am I right? You will start your SAP FICO with company code.
Yes, sir.
In accounting, balance sheet is the last point. When I see my balance sheet, when my asset liability is telling, I say that yes, my accounting is completed. Your FICO is also complete. And in this process, whatever you get, all the sub-modules, from FI, from CO, from the integration with different other module, all we will understand in first 1 month. And in the second month, when we start working on this configuration, testing, practical scenarios, you will have clear understanding on everything. Not on the configuration, but on the practical scenario. why this is happening. You will start explaining. Let's say you created a company code. You will be explaining what is this company code, why you created that company code, what process are you implementing in this. If you say, no, this is my practice, I just created this company code, don't create any company code like that. I will not accept anybody to create that practice. Because you need to make sure whatever you are creating, it is your responsibility, and you need to ensure you are applying your mind and then creating the config. Don't blindly create any config, because you're not learning on experimental mode. You're not learning on experimental mode, you're learning based on the conceptual mode. Get the concept first, apply the concept, do it on your system. You will see that you are understanding without any fail. Every topic that you see, you will listen from me minimum 2 to 3 times. Each and every topic within your session, you will listen from me minimum 2 to 3 times. It is not that I will show one topic now, I'll say that this is over, you practice. No, I will not even tell you or recommend you to depend on the recording. I will only repeat the topic one more time. So a topic, when we start, we don't close it immediately. We will understand the basic fundamentals of it, small scenarios. Then I will give you time to practice it. Then after 2 to 3 days, I'll bring back that topic again with another connecting topic. It will be kind of revision what you did. I will be repeating again with additional points, with additional scenarios, with additional practical requirement. Because at the end, when you sit and then look back, you should feel that there is an improvement. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
It is not that you sit, I sit, okay, then I will tell baseline config completed. I will put green tick. Okay, this is completed. GL completed. AP completed. AR completed. Cache completed. At the end of the day, course completed. But if you sit and look at it, you will not understand anything. If you sit and look back, you will not understand anything. Reason, you did only the configuration part. Reason, you did only configuration part. In this 3-month, 4-month, or 5-month duration, you would have created at least 2 to 3 company codes easily. In this duration, yes, minimum 2 to 3 company codes definitely everybody will create. For your 2 to 3 company codes, whatever you did, no company code will be proper. For any company code, if you take from your practice, you will not be able to generate any report properly. Outputs will come, but it is not a proper output. You will not be in a position to explain any report. For example, you created a GL report. You generated a GL report. Look at that report. See if you are able to understand the report. You will not understand, because you left and right posted the entries. You have no clarity why you posted that entry. If you wanted to generate a trial balance, you do not know how to see a trial balance. You do not know how to download a trial balance. You do not know how to understand the trial balance from SAP. And you need to understand how to upload the trial balance. We need to understand how to upload the trial balance. Now this uploading the trial balance, understanding the trial balance, all these points you will do in the 2nd month. Meaning, by the time you complete these 2 months, you are fully aligned with the process point, whatever you do as an implementation project. In any implementation project, what we do, we will bring data from legacy system into SAP. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? And here you will understand all those processes in 2 months. You'll understand GL, AP, AR and all, cache, bank, everything. Plus you will understand how data is migrated in any implementation project. You will be thorough with LSMW. You will be an expert of LSMW in this 2 months. You are an expert of migration cockpit, migration your data in this 2 months. You will upload trial balance, you will upload GL master, you will upload cost center master, profit center master. You will understand what are cutover activities. All these things you will be mastering in this 2 months. Technically, if you see, you will put only 3 points there: baseline config, GL, AP, AR. But if you see practically what you do in this 2 months, there is a huge points that you will do it. Go talk to any real-time FICO consultant. They will be surprised. People say that I have 5 years of experience, 8 years of experience, but I did not do these things. You will do it within 2 months. In such a way, you are in a position to explain to somebody. Not just you are doing it, that is not our target. Our target is you are doing it and then you are in a position to explain what you did to the other person. That is why I said no blind practice, no left and right posting anything in the system. Whatever you do, you must know what you are doing. Only then we will move forward. Only then you will move forward. When I do it, I don't post any entry left and right. In every session, I will write what we are doing, what we are understanding, how we need to do, what we need to understand. Considering these points, you will work in the system. Not that I am practicing, let me practice on my own way. It will not work. When we know that way it is not going to work out practically, let us not follow that way. We go with an approach with which you will see the improvement, with which you will see the other person is clearly telling you, other person is clearly noticing the difference in you. That's where you feel comfortable, right? You have to see the difference. Point number one. Point number two, you also need to see others are noticing the difference in you. Is that required or not?
Yes, sir.
When you talk, the other person should feel that this candidate knows the subject, this candidate is having a good understanding on the subject, good knowledge on the subject. Not that you will prove every time. Not that you say that I learned SAP FICO from so and so person, I learned SAP FICO from so and so institute. You are not supposed to represent, showcase anything, not required. When you talk, things are automatically understood. Your knowledge, your background, your experience, everything is understood the way you talk. And there you need to put effort. Subject talks here, nothing. I cannot talk any story, you cannot talk any story. When I talk, if there is a meaningful content, you will get connected. Yes, this is correct. When you talk, if there is a meaningful content, other person feels that yes, this candidate knows. At the end, nobody is giving marks to you, nobody is giving marks to me. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
The other person should feel this person knows the subject or not. That's it. No ranking system, no merit system. If other person feels you have the subject, you have the good understanding, you have the good knowledge, it is sufficient. It is sufficient, and work on that level. One time effort, again and again you will not sit on the subject. Sit one time, don't look at the duration, don't go by the duration. That duration will never complete. SAP FICO is very vast, SAP FICO is very big, it is a never ending topic. Unlike your other courses, any other topic you take, any other module, sorry, if you take, you can complete those modules within the specific time, 3 months, 2 months, 4 months. But FICO is never ending. You can do it within a month, you can do it 6 months, you can do it 1 year, you can do degree, diploma, PhD also in SAP FICO. It is so big. So you need to understand what you need to know exactly, with which many things you can easily handle in a project. Your effort should give you the result in the project, not here. Not necessary you prove to anybody here when you're learning. You will prove automatically by default when you're in a project. When you're in a project, when you see that, okay, I'm able to understand all these points, I know what it is, that gives you confidence. That confidence is what you require. And if you're working in a project, let's say you're in a support project where SAP is already there, don't expect anybody to come and sit with you, give you the knowledge transfer, KT, this is our project, we have these company codes and all. Make sure you're in a position to open the system, log into the system, test or quality system, write down the client business process, client setup on your own. In short, how many company codes are there, how every point is created. You must be in a position to extract on your own. What is their purchasing, what is their sale, whether they have production activities and all. If you are in a position to extract this information on your own, that gives you a different level of confidence. If you are not aware how to do, what to do, you are dependent on other person for everything. What is our company code? Ask your senior. What is our chart of account? Ask your senior. Are we using this? Ask your senior. How many you will ask? If you're asking all these points, then what is the use of our practice or learning your training? And when you say real-time training, when you're in a project, day one, if you're able to understand what is happening, then you are having real-time knowledge. Don't call it as real-time training, you call it as real-time knowledge. Because training is something not giving you by force, right? Anybody is forcing you to learn SAP FICO? Anybody dragged your money and then giving you training? Or you're paying and then learning?
Paying and learning, sir.
Right? We are paying, right? In short, you are paying it. It is your decision to pay here, to pay there, and then learn SAP FICO. And it is your responsibility to validate knowledge. Whatever you are getting is real time. Make sure knowledge, whatever you are getting, whether this is real time knowledge or not real time knowledge. How do you get to know? You cannot decide because you are not working on SAP FICO. Person who is not working on SAP FICO, is that person eligible to say this is real time or not real time? No, right? Let's say I am not working in SAP FICO, I am working in some other domain. Can I say you have very good knowledge in SAP FICO? Do you really go by my words? No, right?
No,
I do not know what is SAP FICO. I am not working in SAP FICO. How can I say that you are talking very good? Whatever you talk, I will tell you are very good because I do not know. I'll tell it's good. But when you talk to a person, when you discuss with a person who is working on SAP FICO as a consultant, when they say that yes, this is correct, you're talking in a correct way. No, you're telling this way, but we don't follow this in the project. We do like this in the projects. They're talking about different activities, different terminology. If you're able to understand, if you're able to build a conversation with a real-time FICO consultant, then you can say that, okay, I have some sufficient real-time knowledge. Know how you have to test your knowledge. You have to test it. Nobody will test you, right? Because tomorrow when you go to the interview, people are testing your knowledge to give you the job.
Yes.
Before you allow somebody to test your knowledge in the interview, please test yourself with your knowledge. Knowledge, whatever you are gaining, knowledge, whatever you are getting on a daily basis with your practice, with your session and all, please test on a regular interval whether it is right or wrong. Don't blindly keep it like a secret treasure. Don't think that let me save it and then I will give a surprise in the interview and then you will receive a shock in the interview. You are expecting a surprise, but you will receive a shock in the interview that you are not selected. We will get back to you. Nobody will come back to you. Everybody will tell you can leave for the day. We will get back to you. Reason? We do not know. We never thought what we are learning is correct or not. And you would have built a big palace of SAP FICO knowledge by practicing and all. Now the whole palace is with incorrect data. No other go, you have to demolish the palace or you'll have to repair it. Don't get into a situation where you have to repair your knowledge. If I say I have to repair my knowledge, what I need to do? Why you will repair when there is a problem? Right? If it is not working in proper way, if you do not know the right content, right point, then you have to repair it. You cannot replace it. Replacing is only possible at the beginning. If you realize these points at the beginning, you can replace it. Oh, okay, this is not my understanding. My understanding is something else. You can replace it at the beginning. Later on, when you realize it is not possible to replace, you can only repair it. And this repairing is a tough task for anybody. Because so far you did your whole practice, whole understanding based on certain logic. Now one fine day you realized we don't use it in any project. This is not correct. This is not the right way of doing it. Now you have done so many things based on this. Now you will get a doubt whether this alone is incorrect or all the other things are also incorrect. You will have a big question mark on your knowledge, on your learning, on your practice itself. That's a very dangerous sign for anyone. because we don't try to check our knowledge, we don't try to measure our knowledge on a regular interval. Make sure whether your knowledge is correct, your understanding is correct, is it as per the current market standard or not. Meaning, if you are going to the market in 2025, understand SAP FICO according to 2025 expectation. There are people who will practice, there are people who will learn SAP ECC. Am I correct? There are people still who practice SAP in ECC version. For what? They do not know that you are not having any new projects in ECC. And they do not know person without S4 HANA knowledge will not be taken into any interview. Now forget about this. You have ECC, you have S4. Now there is something in the market called public cloud.
Yes, sir.
Anybody heard this?
Yes, sir.
You also need to understand what is this public cloud, how public cloud works. How is it different from your regular SAP FICO? Because when you're attending an interview, if that company is having projects on public cloud, at least they expect you are aware of public cloud. What is public cloud? What happens there? What you do as a consultant? If you tell no, I don't have any experience in public cloud, I don't know what is public cloud, you'd think that you'll get selected. If this is not there, you cannot do it. So no other way, you have to learn it. And all these things we cannot put it in the training material, we cannot put it in the course content. If you want to know what is the course content, please download it from the Google. Course content technically talks only the configuration step, nothing else. Search after the class SAP FICO course content, you will get the content. And surprisingly, everything is a config step. Once we start the regular session, you will practically realize it. You keep course contents with you now. After a month, when we start the configuration, look at that course content again, you will say that all are config steps only. Now you don't realize, you may be thinking that, okay, this course content is 5 page, meaning many pages, many topics. Small page, less topic. Don't go by that way. Don't go by that way, because you are not in a position to guess, judge what is right, what is wrong. Chances are very high, we make a mistake, we commit mistake. Don't commit any mistakes. Meaning, don't blindly go by the course content. And when you say that real time, you cannot include your real time activities in a course content. This is something that you do practically, what you do as a consultant. Now, previously you have seen different points, right? In a project, what you do, all these things. In the previous sessions, let's say if you do a configuration, where you will do config. There is any config for it? How to do a config, where to go, how to log in, how to transfer the copy, what you do, all these things? No, right? These are all the basic fundamentals that you should know. These are all the basic fundamentals that you should know based on your experience, based on your knowledge. And this is something that you'll have to measure, that you'll have to check during your training. You'll have to check during your training only, not after completing the training. After course is completed, batch is over, don't sit and then don't realize, okay, this is not there, that is not there, I am confused here. Once course is completed, what you will do? Nothing. When you're learning, after the class, after a specific topic, check with people whether this is right or wrong. If you find no, this is not the way, ask immediately in the sessions, no matter whether you are with me or with anybody. Ask directly, because you are paying money and then learning. Nobody is teaching you for free of cost. If I'm teaching you and if I'm giving you wrong content, wrong information to you, you have 100% right to question me in the live recorded session. You are telling me this, I found out or I checked with my friends who is working in SAP FICO, they said this is not correct. Put me a question in the live recorded session. I will tell you why I'm talking that. Any point that I talk, I will give you the justification. I'll say why this is like this. And don't blindly believe whatever I'm talking in the sessions. Verify. If I say do this, don't blindly do it. Once we start the practical scenarios, I will purposefully give wrong information. I will purposefully talk wrong points sometimes, intentionally to see to what extent you are able to understand me, to what extent you are following me. I will give question with two options, but two are wrong options I will give. Normally what you do, option A, option B, but A is wrong, B is also wrong. That way I will put questions. So when I'm talking, you cannot blindly listen to me. You have to pay attention what I'm talking. Because we do less things on the system, we do more things on the discussion. If you follow what I'm talking in the sessions clearly, that is more than enough for you to understand FICO. That is more than enough for you to gain knowledge, confidence. You don't need to technically sit, open the system, do it. That is only to get hands-on experience. But what we discuss is more important than what we do in the session practically. Because practical, based on the requirement, based on the understanding, I'm sure you will do it on your own. And I will make sure you are in a position to do the configurations on your own without any dependency on anyone. These dependencies, as much as possible, you have to eliminate as you progress in your training. Even after training, you are dependent on Google, YouTube, then your training is of no use. You'll have to ensure you are giving your effort. You're trying at least, okay, let me try doing it. You need to have that confidence. I'll go click here, I'll maintain this. At this moment, when you do it, when you think, you do not know what will be the impact. But as you join the training, as you move forward, you have to understand, if I click this, if I add this, if I delete it, what will happen? Shall I do it or I shall not do it? Do I really get this incident, this kind of a problem in my project or not? Certain errors, certain things that you see in the learning, in the training environment are not possible in the real environment. Like some errors, some data that you see will not be there in the project. Because in the training environment, the system is used by everybody. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
In the training environment, system is used by different user. Everybody will create their own company code, their own practice. And there are client level configurations, there are company code level configurations, there are country level configurations. Certain configurations are one time in the project, but certain configurations in the practice are done multiple times by different people. Definitely you get confused. Definitely we get confused at certain topic. First, I will make you understand at this screen on this topic, it is completely different in the project. In the project, nobody will do it, you only will do it. Because when you create certain setting, to create your entry, you have to think 2 to 3 times. Whatever you enter, system says it is not available. Like number ranges for vendor, customer and all. Finding free intervals, all this kind of a thing. But in the project, it is a complete blank screen. Whatever you do, that is final. You choose whatever you want, everything is accepted by the system. But in the training environment, not accepted. Reason, all the numbers are already created by different people. Like this, practical differences you will understand. And wherever there are changes, you will practically see between ECC and S4HANA system. In this first 1 month, whatever I said, you will have basic accounting, plus you will have baseline configuration until APAR, customer, vendor and all. All these things you will do in this second month in both ECC system plus S4 HANA system. Meaning I will configure same thing as it is the same scenario in ECC in S4 HANA also parallelly. So that you will understand how things are set up in ECC, how things are happening in ECC, how things we are setting up in S4, how things are happening in S4. You don't need to Google changes between SAP, ECC, SAP, S4 HANA. Talk the differences, talk the changes that you are seeing practically on the system. Because when you talk to somebody, if anybody is asking, what are the differences, changes from ECC to S4? Most of the time, we talk the content that you get from the Google. Because we tend to Google it, SAP, ECC to S4 HANA changes. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Whatever the points we get, we explain those points to the interviewer. Now, if a person is talking to you something, you can easily guess whether he's talking from his experience or he's justly talking by hearing from somebody else. Am I right?
Yes, Ajay.
Simple example you take, let's say you're reading an article. You're reading an article, you're doing something. Okay? And when you explain it, when you write it, if whatever you are reading you did not understand, you will read the way you read. Like you talk like a news reader, you talk like a reader. It sounds like you're reading something, not talking. Am I right? Because the wordings that you will use, it is not the same way that you talk in general. In general, in casual, the way you talk, in the same way you talk about your SAP FICO. If you try to add a different sentences, if you try to add a different wordings, terminology, anybody can say that you read somewhere, you forgot, and then this is the result of it. Don't do it. When you see practically, explain it. Take a simple example. Let's say you go to a movie. How long is your movie?
The 3 hours?
3 hours, 2.5 hours, let's say 3 hours. After watching movie for 3 hours, if I ask you how is the movie, do you tell 3 hour story to me?
No, sir.
After watching 3 hour movie, you will not tell 3 hour story to me, right? You will tell it's good, not good, average. One word is enough. Good, okay, one time watch, time pass. And if I tell what is the story, how is it, please tell me, then you will explain me. Do you take 3 hour movie 1 hour? Hardly 5, 10, 15 minutes? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Meaning you are automatically
Yes.
refining everything, right? You are eliminating so many things. If there is a song in movie, do you really sing in front of me?
No.
No, right? If there is a fight, do you fight and then show me?
No.
When you tell certain points, it is automatically understood. You're not telling to somebody who does not know what is a movie, right? I know what is a movie, what will be there in a movie. You also know what is a movie, what will be there in a movie. When you tell, okay, introduction is like this, first song is like this, it is like this, it is like that, I understand. Even though I cannot see the movie or I did not see the movie, I can visualize, I can connect to what you're talking. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
In the same way, when you explain some topic, when you explain anything, other person can easily understand. This we need to realize first. When you talk, it is very easy for other person to guess what is your knowledge, what is your background, what is your skill set. In 1 or 2 minutes, one can easily come to a conclusion in any interview. Minute of 30 minutes, within 5 minutes, within few minutes, one will understand. In short, the way you start introducing yourself in any interview, what you need to do? You need to introduce yourself, right? The way you're introducing yourself will reveal your background. Good morning, my name is Ajay. I am working in ABC Private Limited. I have 4 year experience. All this kind of thing, the way you're talking will reveal whether you're really working SAP FICO consultant, whether you're really having experience in any company or not. Because if you're really working in SAP FICO, if you really worked in any company, the way you introduce yourself will be different. You have to
Yes.
talk only the valid point. Otherwise, what you will see, everything, your resume is like a course content most of the times. When I say resume is like a course content, we put everything in resume, which practically is not a case. In any project, no FICO consultant will do everything. Only limited activities you will do it, and you have to put only those. And in the interview, people will specifically ask what was your role, what was your responsibility, what was your contribution in the project. If you did not work on it, why did you put this in the resume? People will openly ask on your question, on your face. Why are you mentioning the points that you have no experience with? Reason what? They are able to know that your resume itself is not properly prepared. They cannot in front of you tell you that no, you change your resume, change this, prepare this way, prepare that way. Your interviewer cannot tell you, right? You're getting rejected in the interview does not mean whatever you're talking is not correct. There are many reasons behind that, beyond that. And all these points you need to understand, and everything is part of your course duration. Not that you will think every 4 months, all the total 4 months is completely config. No, config is very minimal that we do. And many practical points you will understand that you need to know as a FICO consultant. Okay, if you're preparing a resume, for example, how you will prepare a resume? You need to know so many points, which we will be discussing here. And if you're attending an interview, how interview happens, which we will discuss here. And as I said, in the first 2 months, these things will happen. And from the third month onward, you will be practically on SAP FICO, meaning your interview preparation, your actual learning begins from third month onward. After 2 months, wherein you have strong fundamentals, strong base. Anything on SAP FICO we treat like a topic, we treat like a scenario. You take automatic payment program. You already know what is company code. You already know how bank account is created. You already know how vendor is created. You already know how invoice is created. It is just we are focusing on APP concept. And there you are not learning AP. There you are not learning vendor. There you are not learning BP. There you are not learning what a table will get updated. Everything you know before that. You will go to a table, you will pull the data, you will tell if you post this entry, these tables will get updated, how to check the table, how data is getting read by SAP, all these fundamental basic points that a FICO consultant should know, you will know in first 2 months. After 2 months, openly you can go check with any working FICO consultant, sit with them, open your system, open your laptop, show them this is what is my understanding so far. Sit in front of any working SAP FICO consultant and showcase them. Anybody says you're wrong, this is not correct, come back to me and put a question to me. And you will be surprisingly realizing that you're teaching so many things to a FICO consultant. Small points, but valid points. Because once you're in a project, once you're in a company, it is not necessary everybody will get an opportunity to work on everything. Your learning will be minimal. Your scope will be less. Your exposure will be less. You'll not get a chance to work on everything. There are so many points like that which you will understand here. You know how to upload a trial balance within 2 months. You will upload a trial balance and download the trial balance from SAP. You understand how you receive the legacy data from client, how you will understand the legacy data of client, how each point is uploaded. The way you do it in the implementation project, in the same way we do it here. Within first 2 months, you are comfortable with creating a company code until GLAPAR along with LSMW, migration cockpit, balance upload, cutover activities, everything you will do it. How GL data is migrated, how AP is migrated, AR is migrated, cash migrated, bank migrated, how your inventory will come, how your assets are migrated. All these points you will understand within 2 months. And you are in a position to talk to anybody confidently. Whatever you talk, whatever they do are exactly same. And you will be talking by taking your own example. That's where you feel that you understood the concept. You will not repeat what I'm talking. My talking is only to make you understand, that's it. Not you to talk the same thing what I'm talking. I'm not singing a song that you will listen to me and then you will put same lyrics to the other person. Am I singing a song? I'm not singing a song, I'm not making you learn the rhymes, right? Like a kid. I will
Yes.
repeat it 3 times, you will go repeat the same thing again. No. What I'm talking is only to make you understand. Once you understood, then you talk in your own way. At the end, concept to be understood, that's it. That's the whole objective. You're paying money to me to get the concept understood, not to see the screen of SAP, not to see the configs. That you will anyways do it with the concept, with a practical scenario. Okay, as I said, once your 2 months are completed, your 2 months are technically 1 month for you. because first 1 month is not part of the course duration. 2 months means technically how many months for us? Only 1 month. And after that, straight away your interview preparation, your actual SAP FICO learning will begin. Meaning that is where you will understand what are you doing, why are you doing, what will be the impact. If we are not understanding this, it is of no benefit we are learning SAP FICO. It is of no use we are practicing SAP FICO. You are creating it, you are doing it, you should know the impact. Do not know the impact, don't do it. First understand. Because you are not doing for the first time, right? When you're doing after a month, after 2 months, you should have sufficient understanding on the subject. Based on this, whatever you do, you should know. And each and every point you should sit and then understand, I am learning this topic. How is this used in a project? What points will be checked by an interviewer in any interview? Accordingly, you need to add points. Not blindly, okay, these are the config, I will put all the config steps. Don't do it. That will not help you at all. When you know these things will not help you, please don't follow them. Have your own strategy, have your own approach, accordingly practice and then prepare. Don't blindly follow, my friend did it like this, he got a job. Don't follow that. Your friend would have struggled a lot, which he or she will not tell you. Right? There may be different background for them to get a job and which you do not know. There is no shortcut here. You have to sit and put your effort. That's the only way. There is no other shortcut. And I will tell you how you need to understand each topic, how you need to practice each topic. Accordingly, when you put your effort, when you practice, you will feel the difference. You will realize that you are in a position to easily understand. Whatever the topic you feel it was difficult, you feel it is very simple. Okay. And if you look at this topic, you would have heard from different people, fixed asset is difficult, tough.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Even without opening SAP screen, I will make you play with asset accounting. You will play with the numbers on asset accounting. You write a scenario on the Excel sheet or on a piece of paper, and you will calculate a number. Give this to anybody in this world, everybody will bring that number into asset with the same value. Even before you configure the system, you will tell what value will come from the system. The reason we don't understand how values are coming. That's where we understand. You do the config, I also do the config. Nothing wrong. You are also going to the same SAP screen, same T code. I am also going into the same SAP screen, same T code. But the difference is what scenario I am applying there, what logic I am using there. That's where the difference comes. Not with T code, not with the screen. And if I am doing it with a scenario, with an example, with clear understanding, I will not face any problem. If these are missing, you will face problem. Creating asset, purchasing asset, depreciating asset, having different scenarios in asset, anybody can do it. But you need to understand what is happening there. And this is big reason in every company, asset accounting is big module. You take any company, we are all assuming SAP will be used by big companies, big clients.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's say you have a company, you have a client who is having, let's say, around 2000 employees. Possible or not?
Yes, sir.
Easily possible. Company with 2000 employees. Or 1000 employees, easily possible.
Yes.
Now for
Yes.
all these 1000 employees, you have to give a computer or laptop to work in the office.
Yes.
Now each computer is called as an asset.
Yes.
Each computer, we call it as an asset. And when we are treating each computer as an asset, how many assets we need to create in this example?
So many would.
If you have 1000 employees,
1,000 employees, 1,000 assets.
1000 assets. Now, do you really think 1,000 assets you will create manually?
No.
No, sir, it's not possible.
No, sir.
Right? You need to understand how the mass data is updated. Whether you will use LSMW, whether you will use migration cockpit, migrate your data, or you will use LTMC. We will do it practically. You will do it practically. Each point that we do it, I will make you understand how these things will look like in SAP real project and how we are doing it. Because when we do it, I cannot create 1,000 assets. I will only create 5, 10, 15, 20 assets. But I will make you an example. I will make you understand by telling you clearly in any project there are thousands of assets. Then I will tell you how these are created, how these are managed in a project. Otherwise, what will happen when I tell that, okay, this is how you create the asset? You understand, okay, this is how we create the asset. For example, you are creating a chart of account. When you're creating a chart of account, what we will do, you will create a chart of account, you will create the account group. In general, how many account groups we create? Most likely we will create asset 1, liability 1, income 1, expense 1. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
On an average, you will have around 50 account groups in a project. How many you will have?
50.
50 will be there. What are these 50 account group? Why they create 50 account group? You will understand. Meaning, when we create your chart of account, you will understand that in a project, there will be 50 account groups. And in your practice also, you will create 50 account groups. It's not that you will create only 3, you will practice with 3. You will create 50 account groups and then you will practice it. How these 50 account groups are created, you will understand them logically, conceptually. Reason, tomorrow when you join a project, are you supposed to understand or not? How in the
Yes.
existing project data is created? If you're in a new project, how to create it, you should have the understanding. If this is not there, completely blank. 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, you would have created your chart of account with 4 account groups only, 5 account groups only. But in a project, you're seeing a big list. You need to understand. And GL account length, whatever you take, let's say you're taking 3 digit, 4 digit, 5 digit, 6 digit, you need to know how we are currently taking in a projects. You will take 8 digit. You have to take 8 digit only. If you post a document, when you post a document, the document number should be strictly 10 characters, 10 digits. And when you practice, if you put only 4 digit, 3 digit, 6 digit, 5 digit for easy understanding, right from the beginning, you're injecting incorrect data in your mind. If I say that my mobile number is 32121, remember only the last 3 digits of my mobile number, 325. If last numbers are 325, assume that this is Ajay number. Am I correct? Or I'm not correct?
Yes.
I'm not
Yes, sir.
correct, right? I cannot
Please repeat your
say
number.
that. No. I am saying if last 3 digits are 221, it is my number. I'm not telling you the right data, right? You know that mobile number is 10 digits. I'm
Yes.
telling only 3 digits of last. Then what about first 7 digits? And you'll have to apply. No, mobile number is 10 digits. Normally, what will happen, even in real situations, when you tell a number to somebody, a mobile number to somebody, those who are not educated, those who are semi-educated, they will count the numbers. Anybody noticed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 digits?
Yes. Count.
But what we do, we simply put numbers. At the time of dialing, you realize it is not connecting. When you feel, oh, there are only 9 digits, 1 digit is missing. Possible easily?
Yes.
Because we act over smart, because we are well educated. We don't apply logics where you need to actually apply. We don't see it practically. Somebody is telling a number, you put that number, you half listen, you half don't listen, or they told only 9 digit. Problem can be anything. Who is suffering now? You are suffering,
Yes.
right? 1 digit is missing, and you cannot tell that you gave me wrong number. No, I told you 10 digits. You have to be careful, because mistake can happen from anywhere. But when you know that at the end it is you who will suffer, please take proper precautions where you will not suffer. Okay, on these topics, like different topics, you will have minimum 2 to 3 times. You will listen in your batch in each group from my side only. Every topic I will teach minimum 2 to 3 times. No time I will teach you end to end, because you will not understand. When we know that it is reality, we have to accept it. If I say this asset accounting will work like this, and if I take 2 to 3 or 4 sessions, if I tell asset accounting is over, I know nobody will understand it. I know nobody will understand it. And when we know that this is the reality, we should not understand in that way. If that is the situation, we are all very smart. And unfortunately, we are all not so smart. We are all know, though we are smart, we are not so studious like we were in our academics, right? Due to different other points. If you read now, if you listen one time, you will keep in your mind, you will not forget it. That is not the situation. Practically, it is not. Maybe there are people, but very less percentage. Majority is always the ones who do not understand by one go,
Yes.
because of different other reasons, different other daily commitments, different other mental tensions, stress that we all have. It is practically not possible. Keeping all these points, we need to move forward. Not that I am teaching, I am completing the course. It is that you are learning, you are completing the course. And along with your session every day, you will have one interview session. What's your session timing? 7:30 a.m.
PM.
IST.
PM.
Okay. This is your
Regular session.
regular class, Monday to Saturday. And you will have one more session, 7:30 p.m. IST. This is your interview session. This is also Monday to Saturday. In this, you will understand the different topics conceptually. How questions are asked in the interview, from interview point of view, what you need to know, from a project point of view, what you need to know, in a company, in a project, on different topics, what you need to understand. These points we will see in these sessions. And these are common for everybody. These are common sessions, not batch specific. And you will be attending these classes also along with this. Because for you to go to the market, for you to stand competitive to a real-time FICO consultant, you need to have many things understood. You need to have a lot of content with you, and all these things you will have. And here we will have different topics discussed. We will discuss FI, we will discuss the CO, we will discuss interview questions, public cloud, different things we will talk. And I will also make different people talk in this who are attending interviews currently. Let's say somebody attended interview, I will make them talk about their interview. That's it. They'll only explain what questions they got, what was the process of their interview. And there are certain topics, and somebody will share their experiences, how they came to SAP, how they learned SAP and all, how they struggled. We only talk about the struggles. I don't let anybody talk who got job in SAP FICO and how they got job SAP FICO. I will only make them talk how they got SAP FICO job, what struggles they faced. I will never allow anybody to talk. I will never tell that this person got job, that person got job. I'll never put anywhere. I will not even put a message in the group. And everybody who got the job, everybody has got more than 2 offers, minimum 2 offers. I will not put this anywhere, and you can check it. I don't need to tell to anybody. Once you join the group, you will get to know who is working, who is not working. You will get to know easily. Right? Most of you may be having a doubt, confusion, whether anybody got a job. Most of the people got the job, but I will not put this anywhere. I will not even put a message in the group also. Even if you join B8 now, if you get a job, I will not put in the group that so and so person got the job, congratulations. I will not put anywhere. If they wanted to share, they will share. Otherwise, I will not put. If they tell me that I got the job, I will just say congratulations on their one-to-one message. That's it. because it is not to showcase something, project something. It is only to share knowledge, make sure that you are competitive when you go to market. Okay, these points you need to understand, and make sure these 2 sessions that you will have on a daily basis. You will get the recording, and initially you have to focus on your regular classes. Once your regular classes are 1 month completed, then these classes you will be in a position to understand. The reason why I said first 1 month is not part of the course duration is because from second month onward, or from the beginning onward, you are allowed to attend the interview session. When you're attending interview session, I want you to understand what we're discussing there. There we don't do any conflicts, less configuration, more practical discussions on the projects, what is happening in SAP currently, what problems everybody is facing in SAP, all these things practically we talk, we discuss. So that you will feel competitive, you will feel that yes, I am getting to know different points related to FICO. You might find certain topics very difficult, very tough, very complicated. You will feel that they are very simple. How you need to understand, what effort we need to put, I will make everybody understand here. So in short, each session, this will go approximately 1 to 1.5 hours. This is also 1 to 1.5 hours. Sometimes what we will do on weekends, once we complete a certain stage, your regular session can be sometimes 2 hours, it can be 3 hours, it can be 4 hours also at a stretch. We will have sessions non-stop 4 hours also as we move forward. Not now, because what we will do, we will understand in bits and pieces initially to get the logic, to get the concept. Now once these are all done, it is practically not possible for you to join everything, combine everything to form the one full cycle. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And this we will do in a single session, and this session will make you understand everything right from the beginning. I will write a simple 1-2 line scenario. To execute that in SAP, we will take this much time depending on the topic. Might be 1 hour, might be 2 hour, might be 3 hour, might be 4 hours also at a stretch. Single recording. And don't depend on the recordings, because our recordings will not actually help offline. You have to be in this session, or you have to refer to this session on a daily basis, be up to date. Because we are not doing the config, wherein in the recording you watch only the config step, that you will not get it. We will understand, we will discuss the discussion conceptually, make sure these points you will clearly understand without any confusion. And all the topics you will have the discussion, and everything that you require to work as a FICO consultant right from day one, you will understand here. The assumption, the target is from day one of your job. FICO consultant, I want you to be confident. This should be your target, this should be my target. You go join in any company, on day one, I don't want you to face any problem. I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel confident. That is, I'm aware of all these points that are happening around me. If somebody is asking you something, you know what it is. You know how to talk, you know how to behave. Everything you will be understanding here in your course itself. There's nothing specific that I will do this, I will do that. And what's your duration I said for course? 4 months, right? 4 months is your course duration. For this 4 month, 1 month is not included. So technically it is 5 months. It will take approximately 5 months for you to complete your batch. Because we don't go by the completing the config, we go by the logic, the concept. As I said, certain topics will be repeated 2 to 3 times minimum. Just to ensure, if you are not understanding certain topic, different other topics cannot be understood. So accordingly, we will make sure we will go a little slower pace to get the logic concept. And along with this, you will have the interview sessions, and your interview sessions are continuous. These are repetitive, continuous, not batch specific. Once your regular classes are over, you will be part of interview sessions until you get the job. You will be preparing, practicing, attending interviews until you get the offer letter, until you join. You will be with me. If it is taking 6 months, if it is taking 1 year, if it is taking whatever the duration, you will be with me only. You will not make any additional payment, not even a single rupee. Your payment, whatever you paid, is final until you get the job. But you have to put your effort sincerely, properly, to ensure you are gaining the knowledge and you are building your career in SAP. Don't think that I wanted to complete quickly. There is no shortcut, unfortunately. If somebody is looking for, I wanted to complete within 2 months, 3 months, my course will not suit. You can go somewhere else where you can complete your FICO course in 2 months, 3 months. You can join there. There is no shortcut, and I will not give any shortcut. There is no shortcut. When there is no shortcut, I cannot create a shortcut. When we are working as a FICO consultant, when you know how things are to be learned, and for you to learn those things, it is practically not possible to do it in 2 to 3 months. It is only possible to complete the course. Question yourself whether you want to learn SAP FICO or you want to complete SAP FICO. If you want to complete the course, 45 days also sufficient. Because first 1 month you don't understand anything in SAP FICO. If you actually want to learn SAP FICO, first 1 month you will not understand anything. When I say you will not understand anything, technically you will not understand. People will start doing the configuration, they do not know how TR is moved. They do not know why they are creating that. They do not know why those 4 digits are taken. They do not know how their balance sheet will come for this company. They do not know what is blueprint. They do not know what is key data structure. They do not know what other documentation we prepare. Skipping so many points, if you move forward, you can do it. But if you want to go forward in such a way, in the same way it happens in any project, it takes time. It takes time. It is slow because of so many reasons. And I consider a person who does not know anything about SAP. Some of you may be already working in SAP, some of you may be already aware of SAP, but some of you may be completely new to SAP. I target the person who is completely new to SAP. So I will talk at a slower pace, assuming the person who does not know anything about SAP, the person who does not know anything about accounting will be able to understand, will be able to move forward. So you will find slow, you will find I repeat same point 2 to 3 times just to ensure the person who does not know, who is finding it difficult to understand, will understand the point. Because for me, everybody is learning SAP FICO. For you, you may be thinking that I already know, I want to move fast. That fast track is not applicable, not available with me. If somebody is looking for fast track, then I'm the wrong choice for you. Okay, these points keep in your mind, and as I said, all topics that you require to work as a SAP FICO consultant independently will be taught to you. Completely real time, completely practical. Whatever is required for you to work as a FICO consultant, if you go to the market now, only those points you will be trained, only those things you will be practicing. There are many topics which you don't require as a FICO consultant to get it trained. You will be able to learn so many points on your own. Those things you will learn on your own only. Okay, those points I will teach you. I will tell you how to do it. With that help, you will do it on your own. Whatever you require, wherever you require my guidance more, and on those areas only we will put more focus. Okay. All right, fine then. So let me stop this here. The further points related to the sessions, how you have to learn all this kind of a thing, the fee payment and all this we will discuss in the coming tomorrow session. Okay, bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you.